Hello and welcome back to Galactic. Today we're back in the survival world, and today we're going to get some more done on this. What did I do? Oh yeah, last time I built up the frame. Yeah, we got this. Okay, so still some glass exterior stuff I want to do. Expand on this a bit will help for a start. Yeah, and then weapons. What I want to check is I'm gonna grab a control seat. I want to check the weapon situation because I'm not sure it's great. Let's grab a helm. Because, I mean, it's a big ship, so it's never going to be particularly maneuverable, but I also don't want it to be, like, super slow. So I need to, just down here, that'll be something I need to change, the bottom right. There's the mic button, so, oops. Oh, and there's also that base. So, what's my thruster situation like? Thruster. So, I have nine up, no down, 8 right, 8 left, 6 back, 9 forward. Okay, yeah, that's nowhere near enough. For a start, I actually need some downwards thrust, but I can put that here. And I'm going to need... I don't so much mind the left and right, but I'd like some up thrust, which I can put some here. There. That. That there. And I also need some more back thrust, so I could do something like I'm gonna keep that actually. I'll put that there. Never been a fan of like fully internal thrusters, even on combat ships, so okay, I can put a weapon, whether it be, I don't know what one, whether it be a assault artillery gap, whatever. Here I will do some heavy armor plating. I don't have much heavy armor, in fact I don't know if I have any heavy armor on this ship. But even just a bit of heavy armor plating should help. Yeah, I mean, I like heavy armor, but it's really expensive, and a lot of the time, I just find it better to just do light armor. Like, realistically, if I'm fighting something that has enough guns I need heavy armor, realistically, it's probably not a fight I want to be in, so having the option to run instead of fighting would be much preferable. I do need to get rid of this. I will place that. Okay. And then I'll do one of this, something like that. Yeah, basically. as I say, I don't really mind much about downwards thrust. It's always the thrust direction I care least about. What I do want to do is try and get some ion thrusters on here, because... Oh yeah, I did that. Even if it's just a couple ion thrusters in each direction, just enough that I can maneuver to, like, get back to base or something like that. Or at least just get out of harm's way. So, this would be the perfect, nope, apparently not. Would have been the perfect place for some ions. I mean, I could do here. If I go and dump some components, I can get rid of those windows, put some ions there. And then make like a long corridor that goes through the ship. I'm thinking the interior on this ship isn't going to be great, if I'm honest. I'll have like a basic interior, but it's going to be something similar to the frigate, which is just a bit bare bones. Most of the interior is going to be dedicated for combat stuff, so access ways, that sort of thing. Right, what was I doing? Oh yeah. I want to get rid of this. And I need to get rid of them. Get rid of them. No. That wasn't this one. That one can stay. So I'd have to push them out one, but that really doesn't look that bad. Do something like that. Something like that. There we go. So ions in that direction. Do need some downwards ions, which shouldn't actually be a pain to fit in, because I've got a perfect bit of unused space here. Especially with that one. So, and that conveyor line still has access. Might be a bit of a pain to weld up though, because there's a lot. Right, next, front, backwards ions. Perfect. There is literally the perfect place for it, just in there. Anywhere else I want to? What's this? Oh, light thruster. That's not happening. Yeah, I think that's good. And then upwards, which I can probably fit here. There we go. Alright, the majority of the exterior is actually complete. Oh yeah, I wanted to replace this with some blast doors, didn't I? Or what? Oh no, yeah, because I wanted to replace it with some blast doors. And what did I want to do with this? There was something I wanted to do, but now I don't remember. Was it ion thrusters? I don't know. Yeah, I really don't remember. I also... I mean... I'm thinking about this area, because if I land on a planet, this is really useful, but... this isn't landing on many planets. I'm gonna be honest. So, that might have to go. But I can worry about that in a bit. I think for now, the best thing to do is basically just tear out the interior. Please tell me I have some spare oxygen tanks. Turn off all the tanks. Oh. 2 generators. Okay, that's one thing I'm gonna build. Well, maybe not now, but an oxygen farm would be quite useful. Right, let's go and tear up some parts of the interior, because realistically this isn't going to be very useful. It's taking up space that I could use for other things.
Inventory full.
Perfect. Go and dump this all out. I think the rest of the interior can stay for now, but maybe some of the conveyor lines need to go, be replaced. Right, now I guess just fill that bit in. This can also go. No. Replace with some of that. Perfect. And I mean, I could leave this. It wouldn't be the worst idea to leave this blank. Nah. I mean, it's a cool idea, but there's lots of space.
Energy low.
That's what I want to do. Try and get the... Put that way. That ladder. Set down. And then something like that. Perfect. Let's go and replenish my energy at my base. Alright, okay. Do a quick heal. Whatever. Energy, something. I think I'm gonna now take off this antenna. I wanted to take off this antenna last time, and I don't remember why, but I'm gonna do it. Because it's a serious weak spot, and it's also a bit, I mean, it just doesn't quite work. There's probably something I wanted to put in here. Camera, file, duster. Camera here. Windows. I don't have any girders. Great. Black and white. And place up here. Well, might something else there. And in here, does this need any polishing up? Yes. This is going to be the start of the conveyor line. At least for the front. So, since this is kind of a critical conveyor line, I'm going to put some heavy armor here. The hydrogen thrusters there kind of do the extra armor for me, since it has metal grids, which are quite strong. I don't need much, I just need enough so that the conveyor line shouldn't get shot out. Because having the artillery at the front is going to be quite useful. Oh, hey, sun's coming up. Right. Oh, yeah, empty out my inventory. But I think we can actually start getting to the, well, not so fun bit of welding this up. I just want to check the interior a sec. Doesn't look like there's anything in here that I need to remove. Because I can do the exterior, weld it all up, And it may be... Ooh, cobblestone plates. It might be a little annoying if I need to keep removing and replacing stuff, but I'm hoping I should just be able to put everything in the interior, like, properly. Actually, could I replace this? I mean, the main reason I was keeping it here was because I had this underneath bit, but now that I don't have that, I could probably change this to be... If I got rid of this bit... Let me that goes into like that. Does it look weird? No, it doesn't. In fact, it fits in a bit more. I'd say, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Then up here. I don't know what that was holding on. Probably a light. Oh, it was holding on that. And then that means I don't need heavy armor down here. Actually, it might be worth keeping heavy armor, because what I can do is put decoys in here. So I'll leave a hole here. When I come to do in the interior, I'll put some decoys in there. So all this interior stuff can go. Probably be replaced, but for now, means I will need to find another place to put a. The ship didn't actually have a connector, did it? Or at least not a connector with a door. Because I'm fairly certain I put a connector somewhere. Where'd I put the connector? I know I have one, but where'd I put the other? Oh, that might have been what I wanted to do here, put connector. Let me check. Do I have a connector in there? I have one, and that will be at the back. Great. So realistically, there's not really anywhere else. Okay, so I think I was going to put connector in here, which would make sense, because I'll... So I'll move that. Move this. There we go. Alright. Then I will put a conveyor line that threads down here and put a connector there. Alright, I think that's good. I'm thinking just the easiest way to have an entrance is just doing one like back here. On. I don't know why I'm bothering with the interior. Yeah. Well, I suppose not an interior, but decent corridor, and I'll have a door there, and then I'll have it lead to the observation deck, and there'll be like some stairs or a ladder or something that can go to the actual bottom bit. Okay, that's good. We're good. So it shouldn't be that much of a pain to weld up anymore, because there's actually not that many components on the exterior that take a lot of components. At least not yet. Like the hydrogen thrusters and the ion thrusters may be a bit painful, but there's no jump drives, no gyros, no nothing like that I need to weld up. So I suppose let's get working. I'm gonna start by doing like the external steel plates. I think that's the I am going to need a lot more. I don't think that's going to be anywhere near enough steel plates. So have I got any in here? I have actually a decent bit in here. Yeah, I suppose because I salvaged that station and the other thing, I can't remember, and then never dumped the components. So just start by doing a line. It's also nice because I don't really need to like dig into any blocks to weld stuff up. That's the thing that gets me with welding. Having to like grind down sections to get into interiors to then... Oh, don't do that just yet. Having to grind down sections to get into...
Energy low.
I've barely started. That for now. Just out of it. That is one thing about space, like surviving in space rather than the planet. Your energy goes down far quicker. Because with absolutely no heating in space, everything is just like cold. Why are these damaged? Yeah, with it being absolutely frigid in space, you have to use a lot more energy to keep yourself alive. What will be nice is that once I actually get the ship, like the ions done, I can basically just stick a reactor and a gyro in it, and it will be able to fly. Well, in the most basic sense of the word, fly. So theoretically, I can move it about the base to get it closer. Weld these up. Should really just stick to one section, get it welded up, and then do the rest. So what I will do... do this section first. Yeah, that's heavy armor, that can wait to the end. Oh, that needs to change. Already taking a large proportion of steel plates down. Well, let's start salvaging, I guess. That's why I have these things here to take parts from.
Inventory full.
Okay, I'm gonna have to... It's got a lot of melt grids, but no steel plates. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of these ships, like, there's a lot of steel plates on them, but they're all just in, like, armor, which is not very useful. Is there... Yeah, that's right. Having all the steel plates be in armor means it's much more difficult to salvage. Because you have to go through all this. You have to go through far more energy than you would if you were just salvaging, like, I don't know, something else. Different parts of the ship. Okay. Good bit of steel plates. I'll leave the blast doors till later. This is probably just going to have to be... I mean, I could put thrusters. But this thing's down with thrusters, not that bad. So, not too worried. thing is, I'll build it and then I'll have to do a test run. And I don't think the first test run should be against the Factorum. Even though that's what it will be fighting, primarily. This ship is designed to take on the Factorum encounters. I have found in previous playthroughs that artillery is a really useful tool, because the Factorum are in fact quite dumb. The most of their encounters, they don't have much firepower. The main one you need to be wary of is the ship, the Factorum ship. That one is where stuff gets a bit dangerous. I'm just gonna colour everything grey. It's gonna be recoloured anyway. Yeah, like there are things that can still deal damage, but most of them don't actually do much. Like, a lot of their firepower is in their warship, and if they don't have one of them, most of the time it's fairly easy pickings. And the thing is, when I did my other playthrough, well, I say my other playthrough, when I was primarily fighting Factorum, I was on a server rather than individual, like an individual world. Meaning, I had to be incredibly careful with my timings. Because if I stayed there a bit too long, and I did in a couple cases, I would get found. The one time I did actually run into someone, but thankfully they were chill about it, so I didn't lose my ship. But in a single player world, I don't have that problem, so it doesn't really matter how I could do it with like a single artillery gun and just slowly like bring down their defences from just outside weapon range, but that's no fun. And at the end of the day, this is a game that's meant to be fun, not optimised. I mean, if you find optimisation fun, then do it, but I don't. So we really should consider the ship's armor. While artillery is useful, I don't think it should be all artillery, because the server I was on was modded, so it had another weapon that complemented artillery, and it was like a fast firing one, but it also did quite a bit of damage. But I don't have that here. Gatling guns, I mean, they're good. They're really good, but they're not very damaging. They're great against smaller ships. Like, what? They're designed to be. I don't need to do that. Why don't I do that? They're designed to be great against smaller ships. But the moment you get to anything with any form of heavy armor, it's going to take a while. Assault cannons, again, great. They're against drones, they're alright. If you're fighting like a human pilot in a smaller ship, they're probably not great. But their main thing is that they're quite versatile. They're fairly fast firing. They got pretty good accuracy. So you have a chance to track and destroy like a smaller fighter. And they also do alright damage. But I think their main upside is cost. They are probably the least expensive weapon in the game. Well, bar the interior turret or hand player, like player turrets. Not turrets, player weapons. Their shells are incredibly cheap. They require like magnesium and nickel and iron. But so does the Gatling. But the thing with Assault is that you chew through Gatling ammo boxes. It requires, and each box is really expensive. So But assault cannons, while each shell you fire is a shell you have to replenish, since they're a bit lower fire rate, you don't really go through too many of them in a battle. As long as it's not like a 7-hour long battle, you should mostly be alright. So, I'm actually going to go for the mercenary wreckage. Blast doors. So it's a game of pros and cons. You can find good things about weapons and bad things about weapons. I think artillery is still probably my best choice, especially since I don't need to worry about cost. I've got more than enough infrastructure to keep this ship replenished, so I've actually got through a large portion of the ship already. I was not expecting it to go this quick. I suppose because a lot of the like expensive components would be on the inside rather than the outside. Jump drives, gravity generators, gyros, God forbid. Oh, that needs to change. I can't just have it flat. So one thing that I really don't like about Space Engineer's weapon, and a lot of people, is like their space. Like assault cannons and artillery, their large grid size makes sense, but on smaller ships, the Gatling and missile turret also make sense. They're big and they like take up the space that they need. But like the assault cannon, it's tiny. Well, not tiny, but like, why is there so much space required? It sort of acts as a balancing thing, so you can't just spam like a ship filled with 3x3 assault cannons. But like, it's just so annoying. Like having such large weapons. On large grid, the assault cannon and that sort of stuff makes sense because it goes into those boxes. Especially the artillery. If I look at the artillery, yeah, it's massive, so it needs a lot of space, and it's probably, and I find the height thing alright, because unless you're trying to cheese the game by putting weapons inside of ships, then it doesn't affect you. But like, it's always been a problem, and it's always been like a thing that people don't like. God.
Inventory.
Yeah, that's what I mean about salvaging. A lot of the time you just get filled with, when salvaging armour, just get filled with components you don't need. It'd be a cool mechanic if you could like, I don't know, in an inventory screen you can say, I only want to pick up X. And X could be a lot of things. It could be stone, if you want to pick up stone. It could be an ore, so if you're going up hand mining, you can say, okay, don't pick up stone, just pick up iron. And then you don't have to worry about... You see? There's so much stuff. Then you don't have to worry about picking up, like, filling your inventory. Especially for stuff like gold mining. Gold mining is incredibly tedious, incredibly painful. Because you just get so much stone, the veins are so small and they don't give a lot of yield. But gold is critical to the game. It's used in superconductors, which are used in basically every late game block. Jump drives, I'm pretty sure gravity... it's used in gravity gen components as well. So... It's really annoying mining it. even in like just a miner, like using a mining ship, it's still really painful because you just get like a ton of stone and then like 1,000 gold and that's it. It's really not that good. Maybe, hopefully Space Engineers 2 will do something about that, because they've been releasing quite a lot of cool stuff for Space Engineers 2, and there's some really good videos out there. So, while right now it looks a bit, like, boring, it's going to get far better. As long as they do it right, of course. If they give us what's promised, then it could turn out to be a really good game. Like, it looks fantastic. It's like Space Engineers 1, it's never been really praised on its visuals, but it's a pretty good looking game. Like, I mean, that's not exactly a bad looking shot, but Space Engineers 2 just takes it to the next level. It looks amazing. I think that's one of the things that they're trying to get across, and they're trying to focus on, which is graphics. I mean, I don't know when Space Engineers was released. I don't know the initial, like, launch date, but I'm pretty sure it was, like, probably something like 2011 or something around that time. It wasn't released in, like, 2025 or anything. It was quite a while ago, and the graphics still hold up. Like, it still looks pretty good, even for, like, well, at least a 10-year-old game. So, if this is what a 10-year-old game looks like, imagine what a, like, 1-year-old game will look like when they actually properly finish it. I've been on like 7 different yeah. I cannot speak today. I've been on like 7 different rambles, like about random things that have almost no link to each other. But the ship is looking good. It's got, might change this up if I'm honest. It's got most of its bow, like most of the front is complete. The underside, it's got a bit less complete, but it's going really well. So I think we can get some, but the thing is going to be, steel plates, aren't I? That's going to be the thing. Nope, not them. I've got enough for one more run. But after that, I'm going to need to start doing some salvaging, or mining, or honestly both. I could go out, get some iron refining, and then while it refines, I go and do some mining, not mining, some salvaging. So I feel like next episode is going to be a bit more of a replenishing episode, because I'm almost out of materials. But for now, I've still got materials, still got stuff to weld, so don't want to weld the ion thrusters yet. No. Okay, good. Let's right. Okay. This up. Also, another nice thing is that due to the thrusters the small amount of thrusters I'm using, because of its lightweight, weight to thrust ratio being pretty good, is that I shouldn't need much in the way of hydrogen storage, which is always a pain. It's like one of the things I hate getting, which is hydrogen. Because That's one block they really need to add to the game or update, and that's like a faster, what's it called? Faster O2 gen, because O2 generators are just so slow. And there we go, we've run out of materials. O2 gens are so slow. Actually, I think I'm gonna end the episode there. I mean, we've done a lot on this. Gatling, I mean, just stuck out a little, but I think it's fine. We've done a lot of work today. I mean, the exterior is almost complete. Got work on the bridge section here, and some stuff on the back, and after that, it will be done in terms of the exterior. And the interior is going to be a bit more of a challenge. I'm thinking I'm going to have to work on this one row at a time. Or maybe get the conveyor section in, or get the conveyor lines in, get everything connected up, and then start working on everything around it, as long as I can fit a jump drive in. Which could go there, to be honest. Or there's places it can go, maybe even here. Yeah, I'm now realising a jump drive may be a bit of a challenge to fit in here. But either way, that's a problem for next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah. So stay safe out there, engineers, and happy hunting.